think we're live, boys. Let me.
Hey,
Hey. Let me put this in another.
I'm waiting for it to pop up.
It's under RCW
Oh,
though.
there we go. Oh my god. I can hear myself.
Let's see how it's doing.
That's so trippy.
Do.
Oh dear god.
Let's see. I'm
Oh
advertising
my
to the
god.
boys. You good?
Yeah, my history channel just got 508 subscribers. When the fuck did that happen?
I don't know. I mean, it's been going for a minute, has it?
Oh yeah, I had like a mental break and I deleted everything, but now everything is back again. So we be chilling. Sorta. I don't have my original videos, but still. Oh
Yeah.
wow. How's the National Guard and shit been?
Well, we can talk about that while I advertise it to the boys on my hometown.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
So, um, let me look at you while I'm talking. So, I've been what had happened was I was a week away from getting shipped out, right? Because
Oh shit.
and I had another hospital visit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had
Fuck,
another
man. I'm
hospital
so
visit.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Fuck.
But what I did do, and you probably know about this. Do you know about like state guards?
Yeah.
So I got in with the state guard, which
Interesting. That's so cool.
yeah, like it's crazy though, cause like I mean it's cool and all, but I'm not gonna speak much about it here, mainly because of the main topic we're talking about, terrorists. I'm not gonna speak too
Dude,
much
I
about it.
forgot that state militias technically still exist as an actual military unit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So yeah, that's the thing. The Mississippi State Guard has been like a thing since I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I don't think New Hampshire. I don't give a fuck. I live in New Hampshire. I don't think New Hampshire has a state guard. At
I
least not active.
I think every state at some point has had a state guard at some point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the Mississippi, let's see, I'm looking at Wikipedia. So is a state defense force of Mississippi operates under the Mississippi Military Department alongside Army National Guard and Air National Guard and let's see. So it come about in 1940 during World War II, and it
Yeah, same
um
thing.
the initial force was an infantry brigade commanded by Brigadier General Bernard E. McDearman. That's a funny name. And it was like 2,000 officers enlisted. It's pretty good
Interesting.
size.
Ours dates back to World War One. Was about a regiment size, and I guess technically no longer exists, but the governor can raise one pretty much whenever he wants.
Yeah,
Maintain the New Hampshire State Guard either as a full-size force when any part in the National Guard is federally deployed, or a reserve cadre of officers and enlisted personnel, regardless of whether or not any National Guard members are in federal service. Yeah, so we don't have that part.
yeah.
Dude,
The
that is so fucking cool.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh yeah. What's it like? Like, what's? I know you probably can't go too in depth with it, but like, how does one get into that?
So it's different for each state. Like I almost transferred to Georgia, which you can do that. You don't
Huh.
have to be a resident of that state. Um, reason I was gonna transfer to Georgia was because they have a band, or they had just started one, and I was like, I might get in on that.
Hell yeah, dude. Good shit.
But my thing is with the Mississippi State Guard, all you really need is to be 17 at minimum, have a driver's license, and do a background check. That's literally all it is to it.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Interesting. Because I guess there are different. Well, that would be a that'd be a state sanctioned militia. So I mean, militias technically exist still. Not all of them are like fucking terrorist groups. Some of them are actually government sanctioned.
Yeah, like
That's interesting.
everybody in the Mississippi State Guard has to be 31 Bravoed, or they have to be MP certified at one point or another. Um,
Huh. So they'd actually have to have actual military service.
eh. See, now this is a conversation I had with somebody. Um, would you consider me a veteran? And then I said no, and he said no, and we said no for the same reason, because we can't be deployed overseas, so we can only be deployed
Mm,
within the state. For it's mainly for
that's
natural
true.
disasters. And
That makes sense.
do I think I have military service? That's, to me, it's a complex question.
That is fair because you did do the training and shit.
Yeah. I did complete IAT, which is their BCT, or their
Hmm.
initial training. I'll call it that. Um,
Did you have to go out of the state, or does Mississippi have a military base close by?
we have Camp McCain and Camp Shelby.
Ah, okay. So you're able to do your national and in-state. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Because I was looking into because I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with my career, right? So I'm genuinely considering National Guard, but I can't find whether or not I get trained in state at like a regular base or if I have to go to one of the big ones in the South.
Yeah.
And it's been pissing me off.
So the state guard, we train. State guard trains within the state, but the
Mm,
National Guard has to go through the federal training.
yeah,
So you would either go to
that
like
makes sense.
Fort Sill, Fort Sill. Now, Fort Moore, formerly known as Fort Benning. Um, Fort Jack.
Still going to call it Fort Benning.
Fort Jackson, and then there's another one. Fort Leonard Wood. Those are your four main BCT areas.
Mm. Yeah, it's the only thing that is like making me hesitant because I don't want to have fucking people move just so I can do that shit.
Well, for the National Guard, you'll come back to your state, but
Yeah, yeah,
it's not like active duty where like you have to pick up everybody and just move.
that's true because I was looking at like regular training. I think is already a couple months, and then AIT because I'd want to do something with logistics or intelligence or something like that. That's like 52 weeks of AIT,
Yeah,
which kind of sucks. You know.
it will suck. It definitely will suck. But
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't want to bring people to where I live because, God forbid, God knows I can't go like a couple hours without my wife, but going like almost a year, I think I'd shoot myself.
yeah, I can get that. But
I've been Yeah, and I've been less suicidal recently, so I mean, I'd prefer to not.
Yeah, like I sure enough. Well, if we're gonna talk about women, we know I have a history of some sorts. There's a lot I have to catch you up on.
Oh shit! I feel like I'm being left out of the loop.
You have.
I need to start talking to people more.
Well, I mean, our group kind of just. I don't know what happened. It just kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, I still play games with Wilson occasionally.
Yeah, I talk to him every once. Like I pop in a server every once in a while and be like, "Hey, what's up?" But other than that, I mean, she don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what what did happen? I don't remember.
I think we all just had life. Because that's what made another one of my friend groups kind of dead. Just like shit, life happens. You know?
Tell I said no, ma'am.
No soup.
No soup.
No soup.
Um, mm,
Good lord. But yeah, no, because half of us are in college or overseas, so it's difficult to even arrange shit. I have I'm busy. I work jobs and do school. I have so much shit going on, which I'm happy for, but I have a lot of shit. But yeah, I think people kind of just had stuff to do, which is really unfortunate.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
We can go back to when we met. Woo! Let's not.
I told my wife some of those stories.
Oh my gosh, dude. Mm.
I still think about that.
I
I still think about that shit.
oh, man. Those were the days though, man. Like
That was fucking fun. I wonder what they're all doing. I think I said something about that recently, but I wonder what every one of those people are doing, or if they'll ever come up again. Rigbot came back up.
for real?
Yeah, I posted something on my Snapchat one time on my public story, being like, "Yo, I'm streaming, pop by," and he's like, "Yo, you remember me?" And I'm like, "Sup?" And we're talking for a little bit. But he's in college. He's apparently doing pretty well.
I accidentally messaged him one time, and he was kind of like, because it went. I legitimately sent it to the wrong person. He's like, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh, never mind. That wasn't supposed to go to you." I forgot what it was, but yeah, I talked to him like once in the past 2 years.
Yeah. I miss all those people though. Well, to an extent. But like what was that like dog person? He had something looked like a dog in his name.
I know who you're talking about, and
Yeah.
so here's what happened. He the entire time. You remember Elite, right?
Yeah.
He was the admin the entire time.
Really?
He was like he had two accounts and he was essentially the admin the entire time.
That's fucking nuts.
I mean,
That would have been juicy gossip for the fucking subreddit. Good lord.
dude, the subreddit was something for night.
That was fun.
That was
Yeah.
that was something.
I remember posting like an expose on it afterwards, showing all the screenshots.
Oh,
Fucking God. I didn't even smoke back then. What the fuck was I smoking?
oh, one of us was smoking something.
The roles have reversed.
Now I'm over here getting ready to preach this weekend, and then
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. I'm like, weather permitting, obviously, because apparently we're snow is coming down on America right now.
Yeah, it's so weird because, in New Hampshire, you think we get snow like no one's business, but we don't. My in-laws have gotten more snow than we have, and they're in upstate New York. Granted, I think it's because they're by the lakes, but like not by the lakes, but like same general weather patterns. But like we got like an inch not even an inch. We got like a third of an inch yesterday, and we're supposed to get like half an inch. Technically, what time is it? It's not midnight, right? Like tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. But like, I want the snow. Hopefully, it saves it from when I'm in school, so I don't have to fucking trek up there. But good God.
Yeah, I go. And then another thing, talking about university. So I go to a particular university in Mississippi, and that particular university used to be for all women at one point.
I saw that on your Instagram. I was like, interesting. Good for you, man. Not like wait, no, that sounds really bad. That I didn't mean. No, that's not what. No, that's not what I mean. No. It's fuck.
Yeah, but
That's really cool though.
yeah, it's been co-ed since '82, but they've never changed the name. It's the
I was gonna say,
mm,
unless you're like the one diversity student that they have to allow in, you know.
oh yeah, diversity. It's definitely diverse. You got you imagine being a white male and being a minority.
That's what it was like when I went to high school in Mass.
Yeah.
We lived in an area with a lot of Southeast Asian and Portuguese students.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a big area for them all, and it was interesting. I dated an Indian chick. You remember that? Oh God, you must remember that.
I do. I do. She didn't
Remember
stick.
meeting her for the first time?
Yeah, she didn't stick around too long.
No, she did not.
Mm. That reminds me of this chick I'm talking. Well, I was talking to um not even like a couple days ago. I didn't stay for like. So she added me on Snap for like after like she, when it like automatically adds when you've added them, but they unadded and then added back.
Yeah.
That happened, and she snaps me, and then I end up hanging out with her like one day, and then uh taking her home because funny story, I popped two of her tires on the way back. I popped two of her tires on the way back to where my vehicle was, and I start out, changing out one of the tires, thinking, okay, this is gonna be fine. And then I start lowering the vehicle, and she goes, "Hey, I think we have a problem." And I look back, and there was another tire popped.
Oh no! Oh my God!
It's wonderful.
Oh my God! At least you were changing the tires for her. At least you weren't a dick and just left.
I should have just walked off at that point. I mean, golly.
Have a good night.
Have fun trying to get back home. Shoot.
Text me when you're home safe.
I would have blocked her, dude.
Oh my God! What happened after that? Was she like, "No, we're good"?
Let me look. I don't know why she hasn't unadded me yet. I've been on left on delivered for 4 hours, and she was active 22 minutes ago. So I mean, I'm probably like one of 30 on her roster, so I'm gonna leave her be.
Yeah, yo, I mean, take what you can get.
It is what it is.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that indeed.
And then let's see. I'm not gonna put. let's see. Am I gonna put that one X on blast? Well, I'm not gonna put her on blast. Let me just educate you on what she did. So there was this chick. I really liked her, bro. I was in love, bro.
Whoa.
And I started having some mental issues. Like, it was beyond me. And
Mm.
I would try and confide in her, and she would do her best. Which, granted, I don't blame her for leaving, but it. I think I became too much for her, and she's getting ready to go to She was getting ready to go to nursing school at the time, so I went to the hospital again. The first day I was in the hospital, I get a phone call from my mama. Hey, I think your girlfriend broke up with you.
Oh my god! Fucking Jesus Christ!
See, like I said, I don't blame her for going nowhere. I'm just like, you could have picked a better time.
I know, right? Oh my god! Oh my!
I hope
That
she's doing okay.
sucks.
I tried to text her.
Shout out!
Do what?
Shout out if she watches this.
I hope she does. I hope she knows. I tried to text her like it was like 1 a.m.
You put him in the hospital. It was your fault.
Let me. I texted her on January 2nd. It was a Thursday at 1:23 a.m. Hey, so and so, it's Ryan. Been about 6 months or so. I spent a lot of time working on myself, and granted, I've fallen here and there in that time as well. Just want to start off and apologize for what I put you through. Didn't realize how much I more or less was choking you emotionally because of what I was going through. Needed professional help, and I've since got that help, and I've gotten on medicine regimen. That works really well for me. I'll always be in a work in progress, but since I've become but I've since become way more stable. I'm texting you because I'd like to see about talking again. I understand if you long moved on or nothing, you want nothing to do with me, but I feel like I've grown a lot as an individual at this time. And if you'll trust me, I feel like I can show that, but it's totally up to you. Never went through. I'm still blocked.
Oh no. I was gonna say that's so heartfelt. That was awesome. Oh, that fucking Jesus.
Still blocked to this day.
I thought you were gonna say you saw her when you first went to the hospital. I was gonna be like, oh.
Oh, it's nice to see you in here too.
What are you in for?
Man, mental hospital. Dude.
I have avoided it twice so far. I'm hoping I can keep that record.
I would try.
Because from from everyone that's told me, it's not been a good experience.
Depends on where you go. Like,
yeah,
the last hospital I was at was pretty chill. It's pretty chill.
That's good.
But let's see if anybody's in chat. Probably not. Doesn't look like it.
God forbid. That's my biggest fear.
What's that?
The fucking having to go to a mental hospital. I think that'd break me.
I somehow came out better.
Hell yeah, man!
Somehow.
I'm fucking proud of you. It's good shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, my guy.
So terrorist attack.
Yeah, which one?
Let's see. You're gonna have to inform me a little bit because I have an opinion on it. I'm just not as informed, you know.
Are we including Luigi Mangione?
Is that a terrorist attack to you?
So that's very interesting because it doesn't fit the dictionary definition of terrorism or a terrorist attack, but in order to be charged with the death penalty under New York law, they have to sentence him with terrorist charges, which is interesting. and also kind of like, because for this crime, you know, it could be argued that it could be death penalty worthy, but generally, at least from my limited knowledge, not. So it's kind of symbolic, yet also interesting that he's being labeled a terrorist, because technically he isn't, but also yes at the same time, according to the law, which I don't know. I don't like that personally. Although I have funny opinions about Luigi.
He is a funny man to me. I will say that. Isn't this the same person that like women were like going crazy over?
Yep, he got caught fucking flirting with a McDonald's waitress.
Flirting with
That's
who?
how. That's legit. I'm the McDonald's waitress.
I see. I see.
Yep. Apparently, he was like a genuinely good person, though. Like nothing of anything before this. It's very interesting.
So like, well, that's something because like people that usually don't have like criminal records or whatever, and they do something, like you least expect it from certain people because some people it's like, oh, they seem like they've been like raised well all their life, they had a good life, and then next thing you know, kaboom, they murder somebody, they start a murder spree. Um, like what went? I always wonder like what went wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. Because for Luigi, at least he didn't have any. He wasn't, at least to my understanding, mentally ill at all. He did it because he had back surgery recently and got screwed over by insurance, specifically the United Healthcare insurance. And yeah, he got royally screwed over. But yeah, he did it to make a statement, pretty much.
But why?
People are going wild.
That's just kind of wild.
Yeah, I think it was just like he was sick and tired of it and no one was doing anything about it, so he did it. Which, is kind of weird because nowadays, I don't know, I feel like people don't do that nowadays. It's a lot of just like, yay, social media posts. No one really does something to bring awareness to a problem, or at least don't do a good job at it. But he just fucking, he was like, okay, I'm already fucked up. Let's try and make some change out of this. I think
Yeah.
it's really, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, it's it's odd. Um, I get that he was angry. He got screwed over, but like at the same time, like, how do you? How does the same person try and do like? How does the same person like? What's the word? I
Do
guess
something like that.
come up with that. Yeah.
He was an incredibly smart person, so honestly, probably really well thought out. Yeah. Some people either have like a break and do something and like go crazy, or like have a break and like, I guess not go crazy, because I consider that having like mental health overtones, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like someone who broke and like had an idea. People don't have, there haven't been a lot of like stuff like that recently. So I find it very interesting that that's happening now.
Mm. Let's see. Do you think that Luigi has any tie-ins with like Louisiana or Cali? Was there something that happened in Cali?
Like the Las Vegas attacks?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah. No, this was something completely separate. Honestly, whether he did it or not, we don't know if the other attacks would have happened. But I think it will like the boldness will definitely contribute to some form of like aggression, if that makes sense. Especially since, you know, he was a rich and powerful guy. He got murked in the alleyways of New York. You know?
Yeah.
Um it's I think I don't think they were connected, but I think it's definitely we're gonna see a rise in political violence like this, I think.
I
I
agree.
think it's the beginning of a trend.
Mm. I agree because like I think me and a couple guys were saying like 2025 like that's gonna be like you're gonna see a lot more terrorist attack because it's literally like the first day of 2025 we see I think it's the first or the second day of 2025 we see a terrorist attack or a attack that was possibly connected to terrorist. The guy had an ISIS flag in his I think it was in his truck or whatever.
Yeah. I don't think ISIS helped him plan and do all this stuff. I don't think he was affiliated with them while doing it. But from what I read, it seems like he had sympathies for them and kind of aligned with them and then did it all on his own.
Yeah.
But and then pledged allegiance to them. But yeah, I don't in terms of like domestic terrorism in the or not domestic terrorism, but terrorism in the U.S. I think we will. By how much, I don't know. Where, I don't know. But I can definitely see something going on. Maybe more like acts of acts that have like political undertones. You know, like the
Yeah.
CEO getting murked. Um, Stuff like that. I think is going to happen more potentially, where one side gets terrorized and then vice versa happens. But I don't think we'll see much like ISIS attacks of old, if that makes sense. I don't think we're going to see foreign terrorism. I think we're going to see more just kind of people hating on each other. But then again, though, there's also Mexico, which kind of sounds stupid, but theoretically, and I don't think this would actually happen because this makes like no sense. But if destabilization does happen through that, you know, cartels could come up and do their thing, but I doubt that would happen. But I think there will definitely be some form of domestic terrorism arising more often in the U.S.
I think with my thing is, and I'll try not to get like, I guess, super political, but with Trump in office, I'm thinking that we won't see much of like, we might not see as much illegal immigration that is negative, um, coming specifically from Mexico, like cartel members and things like that. Um,
Mm,
in terms of like, will we? I think we're gonna see more. You know, I'm not trying to think negatively, but I think we will see some more domestic terrorism. Exactly why this year, I have no idea. Um, because I think, like you were saying, like the guy wasn't necessarily directly affiliated with ISIS, but he had aligned himself with their values. So I'm sitting here thinking, well, are we just gonna see more extremism?
yeah, I think in regards of immigration, I think because they've illegal immigration and illegal immigration's been the lowest it's ever been under Biden, and then I think Trump is going to inherit it, do some changes, and then claim that there is no more illegal immigration just for a political win. But that's just me being nefarious, I think. But For extremism, I think there definitely will be. At least it depends upon what happens in the Middle East, at least, because with the instability now in Syria, we could definitely see a hotbed of insurgent activity. ISIS has already proven to be ever so slightly resurgent in that area. Hell, even they paired up with some rebels in Africa. I forget the name of the country, but they absolutely destroyed a Wagner detachment from Russia that was sent to help the dictator government, and they got absolutely destroyed. And that was with alleged Al Qaeda elements, you know. So I think if the new government can kind of clamp down on that and provide that unity, I think we'll be a lot better off. Now, that isn't to say that it won't like exist, but I can definitely see stuff like that being less if that happens. But we also have to continue to look at what's going on in Israel and Lebanon, because I can totally see either pro-Palestinian protesters in the U.S. getting violent and then causing a chain reaction with that, or just protesters in general fucking seeing what's going on and getting violent, maybe even again. So that might bring up some extremism. I don't think it'll be kind of bombings in the U.S., but I think it's going to create political division and then cause violence in the U.S. I don't think we'll see any. I don't know. I don't think we'll see any Hamas terrorist or suicide bombers in Boston or whatever. But I think it's going to lead to more instability and political violence in the U.S. But I think if the Middle East can kind of not explode for this year, I think would be better. I think we'll be generally okay.
Yeah. Let's see. The war in Gaza. I have not been posted up on it since it kind of kicked off. Um, I do think that'll have some kind of influence on like what's going on here. Like you said, the pro-Palestinian um, protesters and whatnot. Um, do I think we'll see anybody that's like you were talking about, like suicide bombing or anything like that? I don't think so. Or anybody like trying to bomb within the U.S. domestically. Um, not to say
Hope not.
that may or may not happen. Um, I don't think it's likely. Um,
Mm.
but as somebody that's like into like prepping, like in the and stuff like that, it does kind of set me off a little bit. That what if crap hits the fan? What are you left with?
And exactly. And we saw recently, too, that China has, one, hacked the U.S. Treasury,
Yeah.
hacked like millions of, or have gotten access to millions of American cellular device data. And I believe that's exactly what it was. The Chinese hack on our cell phone companies, and it's also proven that they've gotten very deep into our electric infrastructure and our general civilian infrastructure, and that alone has set off all the war that's going on has already got me making a bag in my fucking trunk, but that makes me want to go into the mountains with a bag in my trunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I can totally see instability, political violence, and then like a third party coming in and being like, "You guys were having a fun time, right? Well, now the party really starts," and kind of fucking everything up. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, like I own a 6.5 Creedmoor bolt action, right? Planning to get an AR-15.
Lucky. I'm gunning for my first handgun, man.
Yeah.
Get a fucking Smith and Wesson Hellcat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna slowly start buying shit for it and hopefully get one at the end of the year.
Yeah, like I would get. I'm more of a rifle person. Um,
Yeah, I just can't have a rifle, or at least maintain one properly right now.
are you? Do you? Can you legally have one?
Oh hell yeah! I don't need a license to own guns, but I just I don't know. It makes more sense because I'm more. It's like country, but also kind of city-ish, or at
Mm-hmm.
least where I go. So it just makes more sense. But I'm trying to trying to imagine the best AR kit, or if I even want an AR and I want something fucking different. But
Let's see. Let's see. I can't. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I can show my gun, but I'm not. But
good idea.
I mean, I could, but let's not. Mine's more like long precision type shots that I'll be taking. Um, because I mean, it's a bolt action rifle. With this, it has a nice scope on it too. Um, hadn't killed any
Hell
deer with
yeah!
it, but we working on
Hell yeah! I want to. I mainly can't do a rifle because it's just so fucking expensive right now.
it. Yeah.
But I want to get a brace because braces are legal in New Hampshire, and I want to get a pistol brace and kind of like make a pistol, kind of like a more extended pistol um, kit
Mm-hmm.
because I think that would be interesting. But I feel like I'm going to be put on a watch list. But
No,
yeah.
nah, I wouldn't worry about that, dude. In Mississippi, I mean, guns are like the culture around guns is not as like, oh my gosh, you know, because I'm more of a
Yeah.
firm believer in like people kill people, not guns kill people type.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely very pro 2A. New Hampshire is one of those. That's why it's called the Southern North up here because fucking we have some of we have some of the Southern ways of doing things.
Yeah, because I mean, I I'm very comfortable around handguns. I'm very comfortable around ARs and very comfortable around any type of firearm, just 'cause like I've trained on them. Um, I'm not gonna say I'm sitting here and say like I'm an expert, but I know how to handle them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
I'm excited.
excited.
Yeah, I've never owned a gun before.
Oh, it's just don't go crazy. I mean,
Hellcat's my budget gun. I was gonna get a Taurus, but I don't know. I don't really trust Taurus that much.
yeah.
Yeah,
When it comes to
but yeah.
handguns, I'm not. I'm better on a rifle than I am a handgun. That's just how I be. But like, you start talking brands, I'm like, well, I know what a Smith and Wesson is. That's about it.
Yeah. It just seemed like an ever so slightly decently spec gun. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be using or at least until I get property and I can actually hunt shit. Because I can't, I'm in a fucking apartment building. I can't fucking skin a deer and bring it upstairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But once I get property and stuff, I'm going to invest more into rifles. But I don't know. I see myself using more of a pistol, unless I get to use the long boy at doing police stuff, because that would be cool. But
What are you planning on
yeah,
doing with career wise?
it's a good question. I'm gonna first be like a teacher's assistant at my wife's school, or try to be. Fucking maybe get a job working for the government doing something, or I might just be like a police officer. I'll probably go to police officer, but I want to do something in politics, like become a senator or something like that, because I think that's dope as shit. I could actually do stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
that's like I'm not going to be able to retire.
no. You're going to be working rest
No.
of your life if you go that route.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But How are you? 20?
Turned 21 in like 5 days.
You know, you can sign up for police academy or go put in an application or whatever. I got a bunch of
Oh
friends
yeah,
doing that.
I'm graduating this year technically because I'm graduating a semester early, and I might honestly just gun it for the police academy because I feel like that'd be really cool.
You
So I don't know.
well, the only thing about that is you're gonna have to shave your head. You're gonna have to get in shape. All the fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll give myself a year or two so I can get in shape.
Yeah, you know that might be a good idea if you decide you want to go that route. If not, it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I want a job that has meaning, which is why I wanted to go into the military, or at some point. But I don't know. I want a job that does meaning, has meaning and shit. But like, yeah, I don't know. It sounds retarded, but like, I don't know. It's stereotypical to go into policing because you want to help people. But like, I think that'd be cool. I want to tell my kids that your daddy was a police officer and he wasn't corrupt, or at least publicly. You know.
Yeah. So, I could be a corrections officer, but I kind of want to finish school. Um,
Yeah, if you have the opportunity to, definitely go for it.
but I think for me, I want to pursue conducting more than anything. Really, you know, I'm not.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be dope, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
But let's see, where are we at on time?
About 50 minutes.
50 minutes, yeah.
We're six.
Yeah. 47:03. Whew. But yeah, terrorist. Don't be one.
Terrorists, indeed. Damn straight. Both attacks are very interesting. One of them, well, they both died, right? Yeah, they both died. It's. I want more information about them, especially the Las Vegas one,
Yeah, like I should have read up
because
or something.
it's like these are really damning allegations, and I wish I knew more about like what was going on and everything. Because I like so he wrote a manifesto, right? Basically being like gravitic gravitic propulsion systems, whatever the fuck that means. I think it's like something to do with stealth technology. It's like a real thing. So like sixth, seventh gen fighters or whatever the hell. I think we're like, are we past six? I don't know. So some high level gen fighter plane, and then basically exposing a war crime that happened in the Middle East. And like basically just saying a bunch of war crimes happened, and the U.S. did them. So I am, and stuff about the drone program, which is interesting because some people think that ties back to what's going on with all the drones and shit, but we don't know. Um, so this one seemed like politically motivated, and it interests me a lot because, like, is that really the best he could do?
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds really bad, but what he made as an like an I don't want to hear it. Jesus, like he made an IED basically out of fireworks. Yes, it blew shit up, but like he's been trained in how to make explosives. At least I think he has. So like, was this about like death, or was this just about sending a message?
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be very interesting because that could expose some real illegal shit. The New Orleans truck attack. Yeah, that's yeah. Political violence and religious violence, I think, are going to be a topic again in the U.S.
Yeah.
If the bird virus doesn't fucking kill us all first.
That's true. That's true. Bird virus. Is there another virus going around?
Yeah, I think it's like H1N bird flu. It's again in China.
It's always China.
Oh, H5 bird. Yeah, I think. So according to the CDC, it's widespread amongst wild birds, causing outbreaks in poultry and U.S. dairy cows, with several recent human cases in U.S. dairy and poultry workers. I think one person has officially died of it. Yeah, and pretty much sure they're just working on maintaining stuff. But there's been 66 total cases in the U.S. and one death, and they seem to mostly be in California, which is interesting. Yeah, like California, a few in Washington. So I doubt anything bad's going to happen, but like we might see a minor pandemic.
We've been down this road like one time and it shut down the whole world. So I just hope it.
Yeah, I doubt it. I hope not.
Let's see, I'm gonna finish.
I really hope not.
Wintergreen right here.
Mm. This year is gonna suck.
Yeah. It didn't start off.
Why can't I? Yeah, why can't I just enter the job market peacefully, have a nice family, you know, move into a house, and then the world can start going to shit.
Nope.
You know, why does it have to be now? I don't want to get drafted to fight in fucking Greenland.
Dude, that's another thing too. Like Trump.
I'm genuinely worried about those threats. I'm genuinely worried.
Trump is like on some, I don't know what he's on with this. He's gonna change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Like,
it's interesting because like those subtle things, like changing the name of something, sends a real signal, and it's not just for like memes and jokes. That is serious. We've seen it in China. We've seen it in fucking the Caucasus between Armenia and Azerbaijan. That's very subtle messaging that will slowly lead to much more stuff. So I'm very concerned if he's being serious, because if he is, we're fucked. And I'm going to leverage my disabilities and create my own militia and fight the government. So I don't know, man. I'm fucking scared about that.
well,
Let's hope we don't get in any wars this year.
you gotta get in with a prepper group or something, dude. Like, I'm in one in my local town, cause, well, it leans more toward for the general public, we lean more towards like spiritual stuff, but we have like
Yeah,
group that is pretty much like preppers, and we do stuff like train. Like we had a National Guard guy teach us how to do maneuvers.
That's awesome.
Really cool.
See, I want to do stuff like that. I want to build a kit and then find a group and do shit like that, because that's awesome.
Come to the forge.
I mean, hey man, if I can overcome getting enough sweat to fill up a fucking pool to come down to the south, I'll totally fucking do that shit.
I can put you in touch with the guy. We do an event. We call it the Forge. It's it's kind of a mix of like fitness and um prepper stuff and spirituality and what it means to be a man or what we think it means to be a man, stuff like that.
That's really fucking cool.
And we did an event called the Forge. It's really cool. We had some people come out. If you were to come, you'd be the longest one farther out.
That'd be fucking awesome.
But
I'm gonna look up New Hampshire. Yeah, I love that shit. I always envisioned having a little um like once the apocalypse and shit hits the fan, fucking like have a small group of people ready to just like fuck shit up, you know?
like my main thing is comms. Like that's what they kind of use me for is comms. Like I mess with
Mm.
radios. Like I'm gonna show you my radio. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, man.
I got my. This is the antenna it extends, and then there's the radio. It's a Baofeng UV5R. It's pretty cool.
How much is that? That's insane.
The radio itself is pretty cheap. It's like $19.
Damn. Nice.
If you get into ham radio and get licensed for that kind of stuff, it's pretty fun too. But
That's on my bucket list. I want to be a ham radio certified.
it's not that hard. Well, I think it's not that hard, but
I mean, probably not, you know?
I can show you where like to study and stuff. It's really not. It's really nothing to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to. First, one of the reasons why I'm thinking of doing stuff like being a cop or going to the National Guard is so I can build those types of skills. Because I want to learn how to use like communications equipment and shit. I want to learn how to like properly use logistics and vehicles to get shit from one place to the other so I can fucking kill things and like, you know, that type of stuff.
Come to the forge.
That's, I might. If we want to do a fucking road trip, I told her we'll have to stop by Mississippi.
Yeah. Come out in the woods, rough it out. You know, but.
Yes, sir.
Mm,
Hell yeah, man.
mm.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the world to burn.
I am too, a little bit, just a smidge.
I'm, yeah, I'm. It is interesting. This is gonna be super fucking interesting. Scary, but.
I'm thinking about another point. So I preach on Sunday, and while I'm thinking of like I'm really thinking of another point to add to my sermon right now. Um, is why you need the Holy Spirit and stuff. And
Oh, that's pretty nice.
do you know what like Pentecostals are and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I fall under that denomination. I fall under the Church of God. That's Pentecostal, but anyway, that was just a little fun fact. But why you
Hell
need the
yeah.
Holy Spirit? Stuff gonna hit the fan. You know what I'm saying?
Damn straight.
You gonna need the Holy
Damn
Spirit.
straight. Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm gonna save my sermon for Sunday, weather permitting.
Hell yeah. I still don't know if there's a God, but if there is, I'm going to someone, hopefully.
You know, I'm not gonna witness to it
God.
right now, but you know what I'm saying. But you know,
No, yeah, I know, definitely.
you know,
Good Lord. I still pray.
you know. I don't know what's going on in the world, but
Oh my God. Yeah.
but
God, I can't wait for like the apocalypse to happen, my guy. I've made detailed plans to cordon off my neighborhood and then slowly inch out and envelop my entire town and then rebuild society.
Mm.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Well,
uh,
I'm thinking like for down here, everybody's got guns, so everybody down here is probably fine. It's just surviving with
yeah,
no
it depends upon what
electricity.
it is too. Yeah, I was looking at like solar rechargeable batteries and like solar fucking lanterns this morning.
That's something I need to invest in. Well, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because I have tools, or I can very easily get my tools. I have fishing stuff. I just don't have a pole, but I have like the line and stuff. I have several knives, blanket, and some other stuff. I need to put more of it together, but like I don't know. I'm trying to slowly put things together
I need
so
to
when hell hits the fan.
I need to show you how to do like a. Do you know like what a go bag or a bug out bag is? I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a video on mine because my original pack's falling apart. Like the zipper don't work no more. The actual zipper
Mm,
itself is tearing apart. So I ordered me a new pack from Amazon. Should have come in tomorrow, weather permitting. But mm,
that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah. I'm just trying to slowly. I have stuff all over the place. I just need to consolidate it. My biggest thing is food.
MREs. I'll show you. I'm gonna
No,
show you a
definitely.
website where you can get some. It's called Army Navy Outdoors. Not sponsored. Unless they want to sponsor me, I'm down.
I
Uh,
can send them my YouTube metrics.
mm,
Oh shit, this place is sick.
yeah, you can look up MREs and like it'll just show up.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
But that's where I order a lot of surplus like stuff from. Like you can buy the marine top for their Charlies. I think they call them or Bravos.
Huh.
You know, like BDUs, which another thing that I think a lot of preppers look over is like camouflage. I go with
I agree.
BDUs, the Woodlands, pretty nice. I wear them around the house sometimes too, just cause.
That's valid. Yeah, I need to figure out a good camo pattern for my area. Because it's like, it's kind of urbany, but also not. Because I live in a small city in New Hampshire. Like, not a small city, but not like a large city.
Mhm.
Granted, any city over like 100 people is big in New Hampshire. Um, but it's also surrounded by just forest if you go like a mile out of town. So I'm kind of conflicted on what I should wear because it's like I'm probably going to spend most of my time in the city, but like I just don't know.
For the woods, um, there's OCP, there's Woodland,
Mm,
there's Marpat, the Woodland variation. There's the Cadpat, which is the Canadian, which I don't know how to get my hands on that. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see, is it Cadpat? Camo. So I think you can just get it from like surplus, eBay. Cadpat buy. Yeah, it's just surplus. Let's see. I'm looking at a surplus store. Or I think these are new.
I love these types of stores so much.
Oh, I'm gonna look up where to buy new CAD pad. Well, yeah, it's only saying that you can get it from like eBay. So,
Nice, hell yeah.
but
It's so cool. I love these websites. I could literally spend hours.
there's also the um 3-color desert, and you can get that from Proper.
Huh.
Propper, and PP. Huh, I'm funny. That's also where you can get OCP if you go to like military.
Interesting.
Mm.
Huh. That's awesome. Oh God, I can't lead. I can't wait to lead a group in the apocalypse. So I don't get killed first.
Let's see. Has anybody said anything? No.
No way. They have a Soviet child's mask. I want one of those.
I think we're
No way.
gonna end off the pod here, and we're just gonna chill out for the rest of the time. And I
Sounds good.
also got to take a poop. So anybody that's been listening this entire time, or is like listening later, hope you had a good time listening to us ramble about terrorism, domestic terrorism. And I'll see y'all next time.
Terrorism is bad.
Terrorism is bad.
Goodbye.
I'll see
It is
y'all
really
later.
bad. Don't do it.
Bye bye.
Peace.